Have you ever had that feeling, like you're searching for something but you don't even know what it is? Well, that's exactly where our story kicks off today. A journey to fill a void that, let's be honest, a lot of us can probably relate to.
So meet Vanessa Parsons. She actually called herself a personal development junkie. For years, she was all in, devouring every spiritual bestseller, flying off to seminars, all in this hunt for enlightenment. You know, this idea of a perfect place where nothing bad could ever touch her.
And her search took her everywhere. You can just picture it, right? To ashrams, sitting at the feet of gurus in their classic orange robes. But no matter what she did, no matter how hard she looked, that feeling of emptiness, that gaping black hole, it just stuck around.
And then, just when she'd almost given up hope, she met the person who would finally turn everything on its head. But here's the thing. It wasn't in some far-flung ashram. It was over a simple cup of tea. And this person was so, well, normal, that Vanessa almost missed her completely.
That person's name was Ali. And Ali was not a guru, not in any way you'd imagine. In fact, she was pretty much the opposite, an UNGURU, you could say. And honestly, that's exactly where her real power came from.
I mean, just look at this contrast. No orange robes for Ollie. She wore normal clothes. She drove a normal car. She'd much rather chat over tea in a cafe than sit silently in an ashram. See, her incredible gift wasn't some complex secret teaching. It was her total, unshakable presence. She was just free from all the constant thoughts and worries that just seemed to smother the rest of us.
Now, for a lifelong seeker like Vanessa, this just sounded way too easy. I mean, after all those years of searching, the answer was to stop searching? This was the first major insight, what Vanessa calls a loving slap in the face. You know, the kind that changes absolutely everything.
Okay, so this first insight is the absolute key. It's the thing that helps you shift from feeling like life is just happening to you to realizing you're actually the one creating your reality. And Ollie, well, she summed it up with one very direct phrase.
Yeah, it's blunt, I know, but it's all about radical responsibility. It means really getting that nothing in your life happens to you without some kind of subconscious permission. It's that huge shift from blaming the world to looking inward and realizing, okay, what part did I play in this? And Vanessa's experience at the Bali airport, it's the perfect example of this in action. So she arrives solo, gets to the ATM, and boom, all her bank cards are declined. The old Vanessa, the victim mindset, would have been screaming, "Why is this happening to me?" Right? But this time, she asked a totally different question, a creator's question. I wonder why I attracted this.
And here's the kicker. That one simple shift from panic to just curiosity, it changed everything. She suddenly realized that the external block on her money was a perfect mirror for how blocked she was feeling internally, both financially and emotionally back home. It wasn't the universe attacking her, it was the universe showing her something important.
So this creator mindset, how do you actually cultivate it? Well, it all comes down to one ultimate practice. It's a ridiculously simple instruction for how to navigate all the chaos life throws at you, but with presence and grace, instead of, total fear.
Instead of getting all tangled up in those panic stories our minds love to create about what might happen, Ali offered a really powerful, really simple way to just detach from all that drama. Okay, to really see this in action, we have to talk about what happened during the COVID lockdowns. Vanessa and her husband's ice cream business was, no joke, facing total collapse. One Friday, every single one of their wholesale orders got canceled, gone. Fear instantly took over and she called Ali. And Ali's advice was just so simple, she said, "Just drink your tea. Why are you worrying about Monday? It's only Saturday." So Vanessa did. She dropped the story about future ruin and just became present. And in that quiet space, an idea sparked. She wrote a Facebook post that went completely viral. Suddenly, there was a line of customers down the street, which led to a radio interview and a total successful pivot that actually saved their business.
So when you put it all together, what does this whole journey, from this frantic seeker to a calm creator, what does it really tell us about what freedom is?
Turns out, the enlightenment Vanessa was looking for wasn't hiding in some faraway ashram or buried in a dense spiritual book. It was right there, available in every single moment, at the airport, in her office, over a cup of tea. It was never about changing the world outside, but about shifting her perspective inside. So here it is, boiled down. These are the crucial shifts. It's moving from blaming everything else to taking responsibility. It's going from reacting with fear to responding with curiosity, from getting lost in all those mental stories to just being present, and from that constant state of frantic doing to a much more peaceful state of being.
And that really just leaves us with one final thought, for you. Right in the middle of your own challenges, your own chaos, what new possibilities might just open up if you dropped the story for a second, took a breath, and just watched the movie unfold?